Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, 25-year professional speaker, 6-time author, and women's coach. And this is the Keep Your Fire Burning segment. And I want to talk to you today about something that shows up a lot when people are working on their goals. Several of my coaching clients have talked about this, and I want to address it. We're in the second month now of the year. You have written goals written down, and hopefully you're reading them every day, and you have an accountability partner that you're checking in with once a week, because the ASTD study showed that if you do that, you have a 95% chance of success at achieving those goals, and I certainly want that to happen for you. But sometimes people get in a lull, and they find that their motivation drops, and they find that they get distracted, and they're not quite as focused as they should be. And when that happens, I ask them about what activities they're doing. Because in our lives, we have activities that are expansive, that make us feel great about ourselves and the world and make us feel powerful. And then we have contractive activities that make us feel small and upset and angry and hurt. And you can't do much from this place of contraction. You want to be expansive and open to life's opportunities. So what am I talking about? Well, let's just take something simple like watching the news. For most people, watching the news is a contractive activity. It makes you feel frustrated and small and angry, and particularly right now in today's political realm, many Americans feel like they don't know what they can do and they don't know if they have any power. And I can tell you right now, you have the power to vote, and that's a very important power. But watching the news is a contractive activity. So I don't recommend that to my coaching clients because it just upsets you usually. However, walking in nature and spending time with pets that you love, those are expansive activities. Those help you feel one with the universe. They help you to appreciate the natural beauty. Spending time with pets that you love and who give you unconditional loving just reassures you and brings you to a place of peace. Doing paperwork can be stressful for some people, or it can feel like a sense of achievement for others. The thing about expansive and contractive activities is that they're different for every person. What I want you to do is become incredibly aware of how you spend your time. So pull out your calendar for the last week, and if you felt great last week, look at all the things that you did and what were the expansive activities. Maybe you had dinner with friends. Maybe you went to see an uplifting, inspiring movie. Maybe you went to a live concert. Maybe you were sharing your successes with your colleagues, or bringing on a new client, or making a big sale. Those are all things that are expansive. But if your last week was kind of a downer, were you sick? Were you spending time with people who make you feel small, people who judge you, people who criticize you? That might be your family, sadly, so you may want to cut back on some of the time that you spend with your family. Some people have great relationships with their parents. Some people feel criticized by their parents. You decide what works for you. And if you spent too much time isolating yourself, if you're self-employed, that is a contractive activity. You need to get out and be with other people. Starting a new project is usually an expansive activity for most people. Spending time with others who love you and who encourage you and support you is expansive. Watching something uplifting on television. Be careful what you watch, what you put into your consciousness. I can't go and see violent movies because they upset me way too much. For me, they're very contracting. Some people love action flicks. It's what's important for you. So I like to watch humor when I'm watching television, something that makes me laugh, or something that inspires me, like the show God Friended Me, or a reality show where people are successful, like Project Runway. When you're creating something, whether it's making art, playing music, making music, writing, or expressing yourself in any kind of creative manner, that's usually very expansive and you get lost in time. That's one of the questions to ask yourself. Where do I lose track of time? If you have a favorite hobby or a favorite person you're with and you lose complete track of time, that's a sign for you that you're in an expansive state. And that's a great place to create and manifest from. It's a great place to focus on your dreams. It's a great place to focus on your goals and really visualize what it's like to have achieved that goal as though it were present moment. You can create greater success in your life. And part of it is being very mindful and attentive about what activities you're doing in your life and which ones expand you and which ones contract you. Cut out the ones that contract you, focus on the expansion, and you're sure to ignite your success.